Hi friends, this is Pradeep again, and we are going to talk about Nifty. Nifty of late has given a significant rise in last 6 to 8 weeks, and technical implication is that it may continue to rally further. So here I'm going to explain technical analysis based concept for educational purpose, and if you look at it, the gap that is being shown over here, that is like to act as a significant support. So for those who don't know about it, gaps act as a support resistances. So there's a bullish gap because it continues to rally. So whenever it corrects, if it has to correct, then this gap is expected to act as a support. Now, technically, there's a time frame suggested that the gap needs to get filled up in say three time frame, a 3 unit time. Here, that unit is weekly since we are looking at weekly chart. So as per that, this should get filled in 3 weeks. If it doesn't get filled, then it has a bullish implications. So this gap it's a huge one. I think this will have some emotional like linkage going forward. I think it's most likely acting going to act as a significant support. If you look at the nature of the candles as such, before we created this gap, which was actually result of this election results that we have seen about a fortnight back for 5 states, which meant that which implied that the policies and the growth actions that are being taken by the government are likely to continue. So that created a positive sentiment, and that resulted into this gap. We are like to see this continuation for some time, till maybe budget at least, because budget is the next point where I think the policies can change and can have effect on the market. Now, nature of the candles, as I said, this is a long candle. This is a long candle, so that itself is indicating there is a strength. If you look at the beginning point of this particular rally, then there is a form of bullish harami. So there was a red candle created over here, which was then actually it took support at this particular level. I'll talk about the support separately in this case, but this is bullish harami. So if you look at this bullish harami, it means that the downward drift got stalled. So there was some buying interest, and the trend may would have changed, which actually changed in hindsight now. So this is the powerful nature of bullish harami pattern. Before that, if you look at it, there is a head and shoulder pattern over here. On weekly chart, it is not that evident, but if I go to say daily chart, then you can see that there is a head and shoulder pattern over here. And head and shoulder pattern basically is normally associated with the uh, fall, but the neckline was never broken, and instead of that there was some bullish engulfing like pattern created over here, and there was a rally. So that also was an indication that market wanted to go up. And while continuing with this daily chart, if you look at it, it came down to this particular level, and there is support seen. And this support level is basically nothing but last year's October November peak. So this is explaining the interchangeability of resistance and support, which I mentioned over here. And now I'm going back to the weekly chart once again to explain, to check whether we have some other things that can be explained. So yeah, we are seeing, we are back to the weekly chart now, and so this is the previous year's peak, and this is the current year's level where it got support. And so as I mentioned, it is explaining interchangeability of support and resistances, which is an important technical analysis concept. uh, Here also the previous year's resistance that was broken with a lot of strength. The candle is strong, okay, and that was an indication that it would, go up further. And the volume of this particular the volume started with this 3 4 candles. The rally was increasing, so that is considered healthy. So I mean, there's a lot of buying interest seen on downward corrective as the volume declined. So that is indicating that there was less interest on selling. Again, when it started moving up, we saw some jump in volume, right? And the same pattern is seen over here also. If you look at rally over here, this particular rally, you can see that the volume has been on like a rise. So rise in price with rise in volume is considered healthy as per technical analysis. So this is again a demonstration of rally that is having some strength. So we may see continuation of this buying interest in near future, especially for next 1 to 2 months. And over here, I think if you look at it, this pattern, there's again a engulfing pattern over here. Normally, bullish engulfing, if it's appearing at say bottom, then yes, it has significant meaning. But at times, it does occur in say middle part of the rally also. So here I think this is example that it can occur somewhere in the middle also. And it basically took out all the doubts that were created by this particular selling pressure created in this particular candle, and the rally continued. So there were various points where things were indicated that the market wanted to go up. And another point over here is that there is a bearish engulfing pattern. Okay, uh, there's a red candle which is followed by which was followed which came after the green candle and completely engulfed. But despite that, next week's opening was up with a gap, and the market moved up. So if engulfing button is negated, then it has significant meaning. So this is another point where it indicated that market wanted to go up further. And so that's what we have witnessed. From this level again it moved up to the point where head is formed. So there are various other things that are quite visible on this chart. If you look at this particular point where the resistance was seen in November last year, the basically dark cloud cover pattern that was seen, and that had a bearish implication. Then, as I expected, there was a correction, and it came to this point, which was actually the correction was stopped through this morning star lake pattern. Morning star pattern is basically the first two candles are indicating the previous trend. So those are red candles which are indicating the fall that we have seen. And then there was suddenly a reversal, gap up opening on the next candle, and there's a strong candle also. So I think that formed the bottom, and bottom for this blue rally. From there, I think it did not look back. I explained various points on this rally, which can give you further technical insights. So the point I'm making is that technical analysis, especially candlestick analysis, explains the psychology of the market very well. And if you want to have further insights like this on markets or any stocks also, I think you can subscribe to my channel. uh, we will endeavor to explain different technical analysis based concepts for beginners as well as for experienced traders, that will reinforce their knowledge and learning. So do subscribe to my channel and keep in touch. That's about it for the timing. I think we'll be back with some similar concepts on other technical analysis aspects, like various other patterns, and that will add to your knowledge going forward. So keep watching. Thanks a lot. be there. Yeah, thank you.